tabbing out.
No more alt tabbing.
I was about to check my settings were okay after, because Dota restarted
10
something.
seconds.
Settings changed and stuff. Let's hope they work.
It's bizarre that they use the English thing.
Radiant team back.
Because this is the, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of, like, of the production chain. Like, and then they have to separate the English and the Russian, but you would think they'd still be drawing from a common source for everything. Like, actually, why would they not draw from the Russian?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, draw from the list just
My theory on that,
5
what I think I
seconds
realized is
remaining.
they're actually treating the English stream in this event like the primary stream. So they're
makes sense.
I've
Reserve
seen them
time.
once. I think it was when they were cutting, because like when they show the player cams like during the draft, because they're using the tweet feed, but they're using it simultaneously on both streams. One time they actually cut back when they cut back to the panel and accidentally showed the English out for a second because they didn't go up the English stream. And I think because they want to really impress Valve or because they want to get CIS major. So even the main producer guy, Alexander, he's never been this involved. He always handles like the he's like their production director, but he's never been this involved in the English production until this time. And I think it's because they really want to impress the English speaking
A CIS major
Dire
needs
team
to happen,
pick.
but also needs to be complemented with a South American major. I think a South American major is the fun to say. I'll do Brazil, like go to Sao Paulo, Rio.
I think if you do Manila this year, they probably won't be Manila next year, just because like you don't need to have it there every year. Mix it up.
Actually, I'm actually really
10 seconds remaining.
years ago with basically one major which died.
5 seconds remaining.
Lion.
Radiant team pick.
The data says it failed. I think the problem is that their data and our data are two different sources. Their data is financial. Our data is our data is viewership and actual community. See what's going on.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
Yes.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
What's the stream address? What's the stream address for the English stream?
Twitch.tv/Dota StarLadder_EN.
Thank you.
Ranger at your service.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Oracle.
Dire team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Juggernaut.
Radiant team pick.
I speak for the trees.
Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. 2 10 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Bounty hunter.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. Welcome back to the floor of the Cybersports Arena. My friend, it's great to be back on the mic with you for this matchup. It's going to be my first time casting Vici Reborn since I got here, as a matter of fact. Been watching backstage and looking at OG, getting past the Alliance, big win for them. Talk to me a little bit about, one, the draft, and two, what it's going to take for OG to really, I mean, it's got to be so hard after a best of three that went the full distance since last time to come into this and once again be an elimination match.
Yeah, for OG it's just to ride the momentum from their previous victory, keep going. I think focus and try and prioritize bullying Mikasa bit the standard. That's the play you can look to exploit in this series.
Well, we can see everyone's heading out to lane. And yeah, I mean, it was actually quite hilarious to see the entire panel freak out as FY managed to land bounty
it's like,
hunters.
whoa, okay.
Oh, by the way, that hero has not been taken out of Kappa.
It's one of those heroes which, against certain teams, is like amazing, and like you have to ban it because it ruins their play style. And then there's some teams that don't have any problems with a bounty. It's kind of like Alliance with Chen. You just ban it against them, whereas other teams you're just not worried about the Chen. For VGR, FY's bounty, a thing of legends.
He's got eyes on Moon, don't think much is going to happen. And it doesn't look like we're going to have a whole lot going on in terms, at least until the rune's ready to spawn. Yep. So in 35 seconds, Gods, break down how you think the lanes are going to look for me.
So it's not going to be OG trying to bully the Wind Ranger too much. So Mikasa on the Wind Ranger will be facing off against the No-Tail Batrider who has boots first. We're looking at very aggressive roaming supports. Earthspirit and Bounty Hunter, these two both going to be looking to find their presence in the mid lane. If you can get an early kill on someone like a Wind Ranger with an Earth Spirit roll in and the Napalm stacks, you're off to a great start. But vice versa, you've got the Bounty who's going to be looking to show his muscle and try and poke around, get the vision they need to give BGR an advantage in the lane.
Almost exactly 35 seconds. Well played. Mikasa will take the Bounty rune. Meanwhile, the Bat down at bottom will take that other one. And let's take a look at who is handling who as everyone begins to head out to lane. Gonna be Fly playing on the Earth Spirit, as you mentioned. Pressure from this hero gonna be of immense importance to OG in their early game plan. Gonna be Crit handling our Oracle. The Spectre gonna be played by Miracle. It's gonna be Nature's Prophet played by Moon, and the Bad Rider taken mid by No-Tail. On the other side, the legend himself on a legendary hero, FY, here on the Bounty Hunter, beginning to move around a little bit already. It's going to be Mikasa going up against the Bat here in mid, managed to dodge a roll from Fly already. He's on the Wind Ranger. Doom's going to be played by Yang over in the off lane, and Lion played by DDC as anticipated, with End playing on our Juggernaut farming in the safe lane.
Yeah, so neither team looking to contest their off lanes really. We see it completely abandoned in the case of Moon on Nature's Prophet, going for a level 1 jungle with Bassy-Ring and pretty much recognizing that he's going to get more farm out of the jungle than the lane, and he can't even really disrupt the Juggernaut's farm. So by just going for this bit of jungle play, his key thing is to try and elude the Bounty Hunter, but that's only going to last for so long, as FY will find him very soon.
Speaking of FY, he's got eyes on Moon. And ready to leech some XP, be a little bit disruptive, and let's see if he's going to give him a pat on the back. Nope, going to try this last hit, and he does manage to take a little bit of gold away. And just a big part of how obnoxious this bounty hunter can be.
Yeah, it did take him some time to find Moon, so Moon already level 2 has got teleport up, so he can be a little bit more active and elusive. He can even go onto this, I call this like the Moon cliff spot here, where he just TPs up here. You can hit the Radiant Ancients, you can also hit this big neutral camp. He loves to jungle from this spot. It's a bit cheesy, but it works, more so in the mid to late game when you're under pressure, but for now he's just going to go for more standard jungle play.
Now, speaking of standard, everything's up pretty quiet. We've seen the Earth Spirit move around a little. He did find level 2, so Fly not falling into the trap that we've seen a number of Earth Spirit players fall into, which is being under-leveled at this stage of the game. Runes will be picked up. It'll be an illusion for the Bad Rider, and the Earth Spirit gets that bottom bounty. In the meantime, FY, once again harassing Moon here right near the Ancients.
Yeah, would love to probably try and steal the money from that Dark Troll, but it's still healthy, so he's just going to harass and poke at Moon. Observer Ward around this top lane means going into this lane just becomes an impossibility for Moon. We're actually TP's bottom, looking for a first blood. Yang getting low.
Oh, they got him. Stepping out a little too far, and OG able to draw first blood crit, taking the gold to that one.
Uh-oh, courier time. The timing of this is perfect.
Oh, this
Radiant's
is money in the
has
bank,
been killed.
and that's a bottle he lost on that as well. That is absolutely crippling, and now No-Tail gonna have to fly back to base as a result.
He immediately makes the walk, and luckily it's not a hero like a Zeus who without a bottle is just completely destroyed. He will have to just conserve mana more in lane. So it's not the end of the Bat Rider's time. As far as his actual lane goes, he's CSing on par with Mikassa's Wind Ranger. Has been a pretty even matchup so far in mid.
Talking CS while we're on the topic, 21 for the Jug, he's leading the way. Spectre's got 16, 14 for the Nature's Prophet, so despite the harass from the Bounty Hunter, he's doing quite well for himself, as you mentioned. 13 for the Wind Ranger, 11 for No-Tail. That could get worse. Waits for that rival to respawn, however. He will have some help from Fly here in mid, and actually we're going to see a roll trying to make it happen again and just having a hard time connecting on these. What do you think? Is that just good play from Mikasa or slight mechanical mistakes from Fly?
Great positioning from Mikasa, and also the key thing with this game was VGR, they want to pick Mikasa these elusive, hard-to-get mid heroes, even more so when you see a first pick Earth Spirit. As soon as OG pick Earth Spirit, VGR's entire thought process into choosing what mid they're going to get is who can Earth Spirit not kill? Wind Ranger, Puck, we've seen a Jug in the past, but Wind Ranger ends up being the selection there, and it's because of that elusiveness. 2 Blade Furies in a row tops, by the way. They really want to get this fast T1 tower.
Down to 375 HP, and looks like it's not even going to be contested unless they decide all of a sudden to come on over. They've already burnt the glyph, so that's not going to be available. And yeah, they're going to go ahead and send Moon to try and get something to happen. Trying to pull the creeps, not going to matter, as FY not only will be able to zone it, but the tower just not going to stand up at all.
So, and UIF gets the last hit, and Moon needs to be careful not to push too far up in this top lane. But he seems, yeah, he gets the vision of FY, whose Bounty Hunter so far has been annoying, but hasn't found any of those big kills. The bottle, the Courier Snipe being the big impact he's had so far.
DDC got spotted by the Treants there as well, so good micro by Moon to keep his vision up and make sure he not only didn't get caught in front of his tower, but didn't get dove either. Out in this other offlane though, we can see Yang doing quite a good job. He's already level 5.5, so he is certainly winning out despite giving up the first blood.
This is actually a great position to have your offlane Doom in. Being level 5.5, not just with levels, with farm. He's got 18 CS, has boots, 1 brace, so this is a tremendous...
He's out from the Bat Rider, man.
Yeah, he's fine. Like, giving up a kill for this amount of farm and XP is a great trade as an offlane, and this is something that you see some offlaners play too cautiously and too reserved, and like, yeah, I have died 0 times in 10 minutes in, I did a good job, but if you're level 3 at that point, it's not worth it.
We can see he's already feeling just so hard to bring down. They're investing everything they possibly can into him. It's going to be close, uses the wand charges, TP's coming in to make sure he's going to stay safe. It's actually canceled before it completes, and he makes it away, and that's really right there has been his bread and butter. And look at FY.
Are you kidding me? Okay. Over the trees. That went... He actually microed it over that spot.
Oh, it's coming again! One more! Oh no! One more hit would have been it! TP was coming in, No-Tail doesn't have a ton of mana, but he has taken to the skies, has the bottle charges, trying to track down FY, Flies right there with him, there's the dust. FY behind enemy lines, got a little greedy and gotta pay the price, as he's gonna end up dropping, giving OG 2 kills total on the game. So close yet so far away, man. That Courier, how much HP did that?
I believe it was 4 HP.
Oh my goodness.
I think with the way Bounty's like damage, his min-max damage works is I think at least some of the time you can two-shot the courier with Janata, but perhaps it's got a little bit unlucky with the damage output there.
FY immediately back onto the field. Should point out he is beginning to really suffer quite a bit in levels. He's sitting at level 2.5, the Earth Spirit a full level ahead of him, and he's been all over the place, not really leeching that much XP to begin with.
At some point, Jug needs to kind of rotate into the jungle to give this safe lane to one of the supports. Lion Gang level 6 and Bounty Gang level 6, both very important. We'll have to see which they prioritize, but you cannot have under-level supports.
Again. He's right on it. Can't catch up.
And FY, the Courier Hunter, I haven't seen such persistence since like Pilot Eyes Bounty Hunter a couple TIs ago where he kills like a Courier like 4 times in one game.
Up here in mid. OG getting engaged. It's Mikasa. Lassoed up. The Jug team come in. Yeah, he did. He went complete. He's in the midst of a lot of enemy heroes using the Blade Fury to buy some time. Yang's going to show up, and No-Tail to make it to the low ground. And the heal coming off of crit certainly helping out quite a bit. There's going to be the boulder roll ahead. Yang down to half health. Spectre's in the fight now. Beautiful shot by DDC as he's able to stun 3. Now they're going to charge up the high ground. No-Tail in trouble. He's back down to earth, and FY's right on his tail. Can he make it to the trees? Yang taking tower damage though. The burn damage not enough. He actually had enough wall charges to keep himself alive. FY's right there with him, trying to juke him tough when the trees won't stay up. Now Yang also low and has been spotted. That's 2 down on the side of OG. 3-3 at this current moment, but it looks like finally the battle's going to break up a little bit. Gorgeous Earth Spike.
Not over yet.
This one's through. Flying. Will be caught with a shackle. That's going to make it 4-3 now in favor of BGR, and that looks like that might just be enough for him.
Yeah, and that's where your support suddenly gets some levels. FY gets a full level and a half off of that roughly, about to hit level 4, so great rotations coming in from BGR. They bring all the heroes they need. The Doom, who's got tons of levels in farm, as well as the Juggernaut. And it was just, that was a full 5v5. Every hero showed up in the mid lane, and we're just 8 minutes in.
Moon in trouble over in the off lane. Crit's there to help him, and now it's going to be Jug on the run. Does it look like, yeah, let's see, there is a rotation coming. It's Mikasa, just got there a little late though. Moon's still very low, and FY still dancing around here. Let's see if they want to try to make something happen. They do. There's going to be a shackle. Didn't latch. Still going to get it. Doesn't matter, but almost brought down FY with his ult before he fell.
Wow. He threw the ultimate, I think, to another lane, hoping it would do enough damage, but not quite getting it. And that's another kill that Bounty Hunter's involved in. So he's suddenly got Arcane Boots, gets closer towards that level 6 track, and BGR are getting farm on all 3 of their cores. For a second there, they had the 3 top net worth heroes, so very fast tempo game here in the early game.
He's actually out leveling the Earth Spirit now. And you know, we were just talking moments ago, like feels like seconds ago, that Fly was a full level ahead of him. So the last few minutes really disastrous for O2. And BGR, like, if you're in their shoes, guys, what's the play now? It's like, okay, you've caught up, and it's a matter of fact, you're probably feeling like you're if not ahead, you're close to it, and you're more than right actually. You're 4,000 gold ahead and 2,000 experience. How do you transition to make the most of this early game, early lead?
I think the best thing they can do is to pick up a smoke when Lion hits level 6. He's got a smoke now, so they want to use it when Lion hits level 6. DDC's Finger of Death is a guaranteed like instant pickup at the start of a fight. That's their big high value spell that they want to try and play around with the 160-second cooldown, but as soon as they get that, they can smoke, pick off a core hero like Batrider before he gets Blink Dagger, or the Spectre, who isn't really close to any core item, but it's just a key hero to shut down. It's Miracle. You talk about OG, you talk about the player who's going to carry them, Miracle's the one that comes to mind.
Another one.
Freaking FY, he is persistent, and that's a lot of gold. You talked about the gold lead for VGR, and I was like, whoa, they've actually got that big of a lead this early on, and that's 2 courier snipes kicking in. In a matter of about 45 seconds, because of that courier snipe, they jumped 1K further ahead in net worth. That's how unbelievably valuable that is to just the early game development. And, you know, just coming back around on what you were saying, man, he's so close to level 6 now. He's level 5.5, he gets level 6. You're going to feel so confident taking fights with Doom, with the drums up. This is looking a little rough for OG. What's the play now if you're OG? Like, what do you do to protect yourself? Use the Spectre Haunt well to take fights. You want to try and choose your fights wisely. We'll make sure you have a numbers advantage. Use the global presence of Nature's Prophet, Spectre, and even just the Batrider as an initiator to take fights where VG aren't going to have everyone there ready to go.
Well, OG ready to engage. You're going to catch out Yang down to half health using the Scorcher, trying to make it away. Beautiful Earth Spike again. And Fly's going to die following the a shackle and a couple of auto attacks and the big bad finger. Now Cliff's going to be caught. The Shuriken toss trying to heal himself back up. The rest of OG has to retreat to their own high ground. Looks like VGR not willing to give it up, and he's going to find Moon with the Hex. Hex is going to lead to another kill as VG just continues to pour it on, man.
They're playing so incredibly fast-paced now, and OG just do not have the tools to react to this. They don't have great kind of... The main thing is they don't have that big team fight stuns. Like, if you're getting run at by VGR, what do? There's nothing they can really do. There's a Sprout maybe they can use defensively. Okay, Boulder Smash is pretty good, but on the side of VGR, you've got such great chase with the track movement speed. You've got Jug, who's got the Magic Moon if he needs it. They've got the Impale for the lockdown. They've got the Shackle Shot. They've got the Bounty giving them the scouting information. This Bounty pick is getting a lot of work done for VGR.
They're going to take this to mid-tier 1 without being contested, and the net worth is beginning to look a little scary, my friend. 6,200 for the Juggernaut, 4,900 for the Doom, 4,900 for the Wind Ranger, but more importantly, all three of those heroes considerably above that of the Spectre, and then it's even worse from that point on. So you're talking a Jug who is currently 2,100 gold ahead, basically a Yasha ahead of your hard farming Spectre, of your Miracle. Now this has got to be tough, especially when he's itemizing mid-game, and the mid-game looks like it's going to shrink in terms of duration for them as more and more big items are going to continue to come out. It looks like it's going to be a Battle Fury coming out.
No tell top. He just got a bit greedy trying to farm the lane, and DDC gets an easy kill with an Impale Hex, and it doesn't stop at the cores. That to me is the scariest part about that. You talk about the 3 cores easily out-farming their counterparts, all at the top of the net worth chart. Bounty Hunter has 3.2k net worth, pretty much the equivalent of where Moon is as a core Nature's Prophet. Lion in the same boat, so we're going to be looking at Dire supports with an FY Bounty Hunter having a fast mech, Lion probably having a fast Blink Dagger, DDC's on 600 gold, and they're getting these core... We may actually see like Lion get Blink around the same time as Batrider does.
Right. Now the Bounty certainly earning his keep. He's picked up a headdress now. The Battle Fury did complete on the Jug in the meantime, and look at him go to work on the stacks now. This is just more and more gold. Already picked up another 600 after freshly completing it. Speaking of Blink, it's going to be one out on the Wind Ranger as well. And like you said, the Bat, he still doesn't even have his yet.
Yep, Moon's found this cliff. The Moon Meander Cliff, it comes into play.
Oh, the cheese.
This is all I ever hear him talking about. Like, as soon as like these camps got added, he's like, man, I love playing Nature's Prophet now. He's got his Blink at least.
No Tail's in some trouble. Yang and Mikasa chasing him through the fire. They're eating a lot of damage, but not nearly as much as No Tail is. He's going to turn and use the lasso, trying to buy some time perhaps. But always going to buy some time. Okay, exactly. I thought maybe he was going to have somebody coming in. Not the case. Like you said, always able to give more gold to the enemy. There's going to be a finger.
Oh, he gets her spirit. Oh, they gank the Lion and he gets a kill in return. Did gank him before he finishes his Blink Dagger, so slows that down a little bit, but not even worth it. The Spectre Haunt, a big cooldown for OG. You talk about OG and how they fight their way back in this game. They've got to use the Haunt well. Anytime that's up, try and find initiation with the Blink Lasso, and then they have the Haunt follow up with the teleport follow up from Moon, but anytime Haunt's on cooldown, VGR are the ones in control.
This is bad news. Big Tier 1 looks to be the trade, maybe, if they're quick enough. Roshan is slowly melting down here, but trying to trade it away for a Roshan. Completely understandable. Blinks out, so another one on the field now for the Doom.
They'll have the Blink very fast this game. And the thing with the item like Blink Daggers, they actually get better the more you have them. If you have one hero Blink initiate, and if another hero can be there instantly to follow up and add some damage to that, like initiating stun, you're getting more value out of this item. So having 3-4 Blink Dagger on this VGR side, the item's just going to get better and better.
Well, especially whenever you have an advantage on the enemy team. And yeah, like, mobility's the name of the game in Dota, it always has been. But even in the rare situation when you're that far ahead that you have 2-3 blinks out on the field before your opponent has one, in a situation like that, you're still, or even if they have one like with the Bat, you're still able to get yourself out of trouble a lot easier too. You're allowed to play a little more aggressive, and you're not going to give up free kills if you get spotted.
Yeah, and if Bat's like, find someone with a pick off with a Blink Dagger, suddenly there's 2-3 heroes blinking in from behind them to protect them, so life gets very difficult here. Bounty Hunters kind of functions in a very similar way to those Blink heroes because of just his invisibility, where he's getting behind enemy lines, he's scouting out heroes, he gives the vision needed to get those Blink initiations, so this game just gets more and more difficult for OG the further they fall behind, and really have to be worried for them here in game number 1. No Tail has the Blink Dagger online, but the kill potential just isn't really there.
The kill potential there is there for Vici. There's a shackle to lead. Chris there to purge it off. Doesn't matter. Earthspike there to continue to stun. Yang's going to be there. He dooms Crit. And that'll be the end of him for sure. Miracle using False Promise to survive a little bit longer. Will be able to use the dagger to get himself down to the low ground. So he may, he will make it away. Nonetheless, it's a free kill.
Yeah, perhaps. It was not the easiest kill to get. With Omni Slash, they would have had the Spectre there, but with it passing over the trees, it ended up being a bit of a tricky kill for them to get. Nicely played by Fly, getting the instant false promise off to get rid of the disable so that the dagger could come out, but ultimately VGR, they get one kill. They're going to try and transition to a tier 2 tower. Moon's doing what he can at top lane to apply some split push, but it really just feels like too little at this point for OG.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Moon's itemization, he's so far behind for a Prophet. I mean, we've been talking all game about No Tail really being behind, his blink came late and so on. When you see a Prophet, you expect that he's at least going to be itemizing fairly well, even if it's just him and not his team. He's sitting on phase boost, a glove of haste, and a drum. Like, that's basically all he's bringing to fights. And now we're going to have another kill as DDC blows the finger and brings down the Earth Spirit once again.
It's the blinks. One hero blinks in, the other blinks in to follow it up. Easy, quick pick off. They're never really in any danger of going down, and they've just got complete map control. It's not even that they've got that much vision or wards up. FY just roaming around, scouting heroes out. We'll run into Miracle now at top.
He will be caught out as Moon comes in. DDC's there though. Shuriken toss, that's a fair amount of damage. OG's got more health, and it looks like they're not interested in trying to take that fight, knowing the tier 2 is right behind him. In the meantime, speaking of tier 2s, Vici gonna claim another one.
Duck with the last hit, he's completed a Yasha and has 1600 gold to spend, so just shortly after getting a Battle Fury, he's suddenly got a big pile of cash to work with.
Well, looks like Vici gonna be quite happy to hang back for now. It's easy to forget they've had an Aegis actually. They've just never been in danger of losing it ever since they took the Roche. They smoked, they tried to bait a fight, they were all very aggressively going after that tier 2 and still nothing came. Speaking of smoke though, we do have one from OG and it looks like they want to try to get a little something back.
They used Firefly though, so they were expecting a VGR hero to be in that Radiant jungle just farming and trying to abuse the VGR map control to take more farm from the map, but they find nothing. And for OG, they're not smoking to try and take a team fight. Their way back into this game is through pickoff, so they're going to be always looking to find these kind of 2v1, 3v2s. Anytime they have the superior numbers, it's a good kind of quick skirmish for them to take where they grab 1 or 2 kills, back off, and then fall back to farming. It's this pick-off, farm, rinse, repeat kind of pattern that they have to fall into right now. Yep. But just finding pickoffs is proven to be incredibly difficult because of what the Bounty Hunter brings to the table.
Speaking of, he's going to be bringing a mechanism to the table sometime soon, as he's not very far away from a couple hundred gold in most. And he's going hunting. Let's see if he's going to be able to spot the Spectre. Miracle's hidden away. I don't even think he can path back there. No, he can't, so not going to be able to find him.
Just hiding away, and when your Spectre can't even farm in lane, you're even more concerned on the OG side. I'm getting a little bit with No Tail up towards the Dire jungle, able to use the Firefly, farm up the enemy jungle, but at the end of the day, VGR are getting more out of the map across the board, and his Ancient stacks, they've got their own jungle.
FY right there. Miracle actually quelling himself all the way out. You can see the path he had to take to get out of there.
Oh, wow.
And immediately, no joke, FY just pops out and goes, yeah, I know where you are still. Ping, tracks him.
That's annoying for Miracle, because you don't really feel safe farming anywhere on the map when you're tracked. If you're in your jungle, you know the opponents have vision of you and can just be suddenly showing up with a smoke or like a triple blink dagger on top of you. So, desperate times, desperate measures. Moon will farm on his clip some more. And that's really all OG can do. Farm as far away as possible from VGR, and then when they have smokes, try find those pickoffs. But I don't believe, okay, they've got 1 smoke available back at base and 1 on fly. So they've got a couple smokes to play around, and they're going to have to use those soon.
They're going to have to use the try out a hero build mode?
Yeah, that's... so what a hero build.
Hey, the right guy, man. It's easy. Just build Battle Fury on every hero, farm like hell.
Battle Fury Spectre, is that the answer?
OG forced back, and Vici, I mean, I think we've about covered it. They're ahead, and it's going to take some either major miracle plays in both the figurative and the literal sense on the side of OG, as well as some mistakes most likely on the side of VGR. Do see the Maelstrom come out, so now at least the Prophet's going to be able to put out a little bit more damage.
Yeah, put out a bit more damage, farm a bit faster, be able to split push lanes a bit faster. Nice little just cost-effective item for Moon, but They've got to find more than that, and right now their tower's under siege. With the mech complete on Bounty Hunter, VGR feel like they can actually start sieging a bit more here. This is without an Aegis, but they're rightfully confident.
Here we go. Oh, No-Tail unable to find a target. He's left hanging. He's going to find Yang finally. Pulls him back into the heart of OG, but Yang's taking a lot of damage to bring down, and there's going to be the magnetized swell behind that, though they end up trading away too, as a Spectre and the Oracle ends up dropping as well. And
very close to killing off the Wind Ranger there, but the mech kicks in, gets the Wind Run off at the last second, and that was the Spectre committing on the backlines, and it didn't pay off.
Well, now it's going to be another tier 2 down. Doom didn't even get to use his ulti, so he'll have that available whenever he comes back up. And I mean, at this point, maybe you just play tower clear. And pull back, hang for 20 seconds, wait for Doom, and go do it again.
Yeah, the top lane is open with a tier 2 tower. Roshan, the other thing which kind of functions like a tower as far as VGR are concerned. When that's up, they'll look to take it as the next big objective for them, but a bit of time before we'll see that again. Interesting. Oh, VGR, this ward in the bottom lane, they're kind of catching on to the fact that Miracle is often spending time like over the tree lines hiding out, so FY going for a bit of a cheeky ward spot here.
Yeah, he actually dropped that right before he spotted the Spectre, before Miracle quelling himself out. So I mean, I'm not sure if he dropped that in general or if he dropped it looking for the Spectre, suspecting her to be there. Either way, he was hiding and waiting specifically for Miracle to show his face. So
FY gets some more deep wards down. The vision game for VGR is one they're going to continuously win with the Bounty Hunter, who can get those deep wards down and also just function as a mobile ward himself. OG at some point are going to have to buy a gem on this Bat Rider.
Yeah, I mean, right now, like, vision-wise, they're doing about as well as they can to try to keep themselves safe. They've got 2 pretty good wards out in their jungle to try to spot any movement that comes through, or one in the jungle, one here in mid lane. They've sentryed effectively to try to make sure that not only can they spot the bounty if he's wandering around outside of their base, but that there's not a whole lot of wards there. But again, you're Vici right now. I don't see any reason for you to hurry. In fact, I've got 12,000 reasons why you should take your time, and that's their gold lead right now. It's just about that for their experience as well. And we're just at 23 minutes, man. That's more than 500 gold per minute lead they've generated since this game began.
Yeah, I just see it getting bigger if they keep playing at this tempo. They're not worried about something like a Radiance timing really hurting them that much. Miracle is going for the fighting Spectre build, which is probably the right call at this stage. You're worried about VGR ending the game soon. You want to be able to be in fighting condition for this VGR squad that's going to be going for Roche soon, trying to keep taking objectives, so going for this Manta style. The right play for Miracle, but life's about to get very difficult here as VGR continue to push forward.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they're still pushing down bottom as opposed to just prioritizing taking that last tier 2 at top, but
they want to take over this Radiant jungle because that's where OG are getting all their farm right now. So they've got a ward on FY. He can look to control the game with an No-Tail. That ward finds him in the trees. He's like, how did they know?
Map hack.
And it's not like, that's not even like a common spot. You'll often see a bit further to the right here. This is used where you tuck yourself in and hide behind the trees, but he's further to the left in a spot that's unreachable by walking through, but just because that ward, that vision they have.
I would love to be a fly on the wall, and I'm sure there's a pun joke in there about flying, but anyway, I would love to be a fly on the wall when I goes back and watches that replay to see exactly what happened. Here in mid, Mikasa started a fight, and it looks like Miracle's going to pay the price, as the false promise not enough. Ate a lot of damage from Mikasa with the double damage. Now he's going to catch him. Shackle does latch. And crit brought down as well. 2 more added to the tally of VGR, brings their number to 17, and they're ready to go pretty much anywhere they want to.
Roche is back up, but with a 20 to 30 second respawn time on both Oracle and Spectre, they can actually get some damage done in this mid lane tier 3 tower if they want, but that also means that's time not spent dealing with the top lane split push. Moon's already forced the Juggernaut back. He's got Battle Fury though, so he'll quickly deep push this one, and then probably VGR just position themselves to secure this Roshan, which has been scouted out by Mikasa.
As she said, Mikasa going to work. Shiva's guard done for the Doom. And there's only so many ways you can ask the same question, which is there an item? Is there a way that anything you can just wait on? I mean, currently Oracle's sitting on a naked headdress. I mean, he is struggling at 2,700 net worth. So, I mean, the supports are absolutely starved. Bounty Hunter is about to ding level 11. That's the scary part, man. We haven't even seen level 2 track come into play yet.
There's no one item that I see changing things. It's going to be a team fight or like a team fight execution that can change things on the side of OG. Getting that big Batrider pick off to start a fight, start things off with a 5v4, and then making sure you get full value out of spells like False Promise. If VGR all in commit onto one hero like Perspective, you can keep him alive with a False Promise, maximize his damage output in that time. That's where you're going to be able to kind of turn things around, but it's only going to get more and more difficult. And on Jug has completed a Skadi game. Good luck killing this Juggernaut once, let alone twice.
There's going to be a smoke immediately after the Roche, and Old Moon may get spotted here. In fact, they're definitely going to find No-Tail. No-Tail just erased from the game, and does find Moon at least enough time to get off of his low prio farm spot.
Well, he's possibly going to lead things into a mid lane push now. No buyback on Johan's Batrider, as he did buy an Aether Lens before that, so he's dead for 35 seconds. Should be at least close to respawning by the time VGR reach the high ground, but just means that VGR can at least have some vision up on that high ground and not have to worry about Batrider suddenly catching them by surprise with the Blink Lasso initiation. FY top, he's actually hunting
Radiant's
Moon.
middle tower is under attack.
He's going to find him, sure. Toss, got him. Going to be tracked down. Now the question is, does he have the damage, or can he just sit on him and try to harass him some more? Let's have a trade. Right blows with him. What's going on down in mid? Looks like they are going to retreat. In the meantime, flashback to top, and yeah, Moon's there to help secure the kill.
So they can find that pick off, then look to regroup at mid. They've given time for Bat to respawn, but realistically, finding just pick-offs on these core OG heroes goes a long way, and even more so when you've got the track gold.
Like we were talking about, he is level 11 now, so level 2 track. And level 2 track is when you really start to see the bounty hunter effect kick in. I mean, level 1's awesome and give you a great springboard, and certainly having 14 kills up on your opponent doesn't hurt. But level 2 track now, any kill they get, I mean, to even break even in a fight now, OG has to kill at least one more hero than VGR does, if not more.
And that's the crazy thing, is that's with like the comeback gold kicking in as well. Like you're playing from behind by 15k gold. Normally a 2-for-2 trade or something is going to be fine because you just get so much more out of those kills. But track is going to be kind of the difference maker there. So
now we're in a situation where OG wishes they were just 15k behind. It's coming up, inching up on 20k as a matter of fact. He's gonna stick the Scotty carrying Juggernaut up front with the Aegis, try to use him as bait.
It's all on No-Tail to get the perfect catch on someone here, but Lion his job is just to kind of be ready to kind of counterplay that.
Here we go, there's the catch we're talking about. Immediate on is going to be there. Phoenix goes off, Fly being targeted down, the Aegis running through enemy line. In the meantime, the rest of VGR has pulled back. In fact, they're going to be trying to chase someone down. Earth Spirit ends up buying back into the fight. He's going to roll forward. Yang has it back aside, and now it still hasn't lost his Aegis. There's the finger coming from TDC. That finishes him off for the second time. Prophet is bought back as well. This is going to be a last stand. Didn't see how many, if any, tracks were actually on those kills. Now they're going to re-engage. Juggernaut about to have his Aegis pop. TDC another Spuke. There's the follow-up, and the Jackal. That's going to be a couple of track kills. And they managed to bring 3 down. That includes another dieback. So 2 diebacks in that fight. The Earth Spirit and the Nature's Prophet. No-Tail back up, trying to just hold serve, and not gonna matter. I mean, this Jug is so gigantic, sitting on 20, almost 21k net worth. He is double the nearest carry.
Are you ready for the team fight recap? Oh my ouch. I almost didn't want to click it, but it had to be done. 5.5k gold swing. And that's before the rack money kicks in. Tier 3 towers rack. This is going to send that 5.5k gold swing into like a 10k gold swing.
One of these days I want out the hard code in that if, you know, a team fight is that lopsided in favor of one team, when you hit the recap, it just pops up in gigantic 72.5 GG. like you open it and it forces the Ancient to explode on the other side. 25-7, and the Vici, they will retreat. And oddly enough, I mean, it was a huge fight, and they made $1 billion in gold, $1 billion gold coins, but they only got the melee racks here in mid and didn't get, I guess they got the 2 or 3 bottom. Yeah. So
only the melee racks is what they were after. The range racks are kind of a non-issue for them. That if that's possible, they would have liked to be able to get the bot lane, but They can rinse, repeat, they can reset, they can do anything they want at this stage. With a lead like this, you're pretty much in complete control, and anything like diving tier 4 towers and fountains, it's gonna lead to a pretty good result. They can team fight, they can smoke, look for pickoffs, they can fall back and farm their next couple of core items. Really, what happens after a fight like that? Everyone's like, oh, I just got 4k gold. Give me like another 2 minutes so I can finish such and such item, because suddenly everyone is close to another tier 4 item. So the VGR side is probably just discussing what is the exact item composition before we fight again. Lotus Orb on Bounty Hunter, Doom gets a BKB, Jug gets a BKB, Lion gets a 4-star, Wind Ranger has 2k gold, so everyone just like says, hold on a second, reset, buy items, then we fight again.
Basically, they just got a combined 20 seconds of match community out of that fight. That's how valuable it was. Like, they were both farmed, but that was almost a free BKB after all. Oh, miracle. He is
has buyback, but that's not even, if you're buying back at this stage of the game, you're losing, so.
I mean, Spectre, he did complete the Manta. I was going to say I actually didn't see if the Manta had come out, but yeah, he's broke. He's not in good shape there. In fact, he is less farmed than the enemy Bounty Hunter.
And VG are in a position they're just going to actually blink onto the high ground, start hitting the melee racks, not even looking for kills here. They just want to take this second lane of racks.
It's going to be him out front, trying to bait something out. This is such a tough fight for that. Spectre's going to be a shackle and catch grid. Meantime, Lasso on the top and dragging it back. It should be an easy kill for them. But in the meantime, they're losing racks. And Mikasa actually not quite dead yet. Got some damage in before taking his X. And now instant Manta out. There's a spell. Only got the illusion. Here they come back in. Yang is there, ready to re-engage. Miracle hit with the false promise. That'll keep him alive at least a little bit longer. Omni Slash goes off. Moon trapped inside the wrong area. Crit's going to be the second to fall to the blade of the Juggernaut. Double kill. Eventually probably going to be a killing spree, whatever the ref. Why either way, GG's called. 30-8, as lopsided a game as I've cast it since being here, my friend. VGR just steamrolls OG. Talk to me. Where did things go wrong?
They snowballed out of control. Bounty Hunter just gave them such an advantage in the early game laning stage. Didn't find the early game pickoffs, but the courier snipes helped them accrue a very good early game lead. And then once they got their level 6s, they got incredible value out of the Bounty Hunter track, the Lion Finger of Death,